my final walkthrough of the Morning Glory. We sold. Owner is supposed to be here in the next few days to take it over, and I thought I would just do this little video to show what it looks like before she leaves. Everything has been freshly painted. Connie and I worked about 2 weeks to get everything. I think everything but the little back deck. We'll start out with the diesel tanks. One's completely full. I made this for them in case they were by themselves and had a hard time grabbing a hold of the dock or whatever. They could use that. Just made that yesterday. And we got ropes, all kinds of life vests, everything down inside. This first hatch, there's chain fall for the spuds if they happen to get stuck. That's underneath of that is the barbecue grill. These boxes are full of tools, odds and ends, all kinds of electrical equipment, bolts, nuts, washers, you name it. It's full. Down this side, that's the two planks, the extra planks for the side. You can extend out over in case you're can't get quite close enough to the bank. You can use those. They fit in these and tie on up here. So you just drop them out. Now it goes for both sides. You do it on either side. Okay, of course the spuds. That is lets me know how close I am to the wall whenever we're going through the locks. Wish you've got a piece of carpet that goes underneath these, but to keep it inside out of the rain. They'll probably use those. There's one of the anchors. I've got another anchor on the other side. And this is the first fuel tank, 145 gallon. Second fuel tank, 100 gallon. We'll walk through the inside first. Everything's clean, neat, ready to go. Bathroom, everything in good working order. Connie spent probably a day in here just making sure everything was just right. I hooked the heater up. This coming fall he's going to need a bigger heater, I would guess, if he's going to stay around here. He said he's going to go to the East Coast somewhere, so I'm going to advise him to head south as fast as he possibly can to get out of this cold weather. So, alright, we'll go upstairs. I took the bedclothes off. I'm sure they have their own bedclothes. That bell was given to me by my nephew. I'm going to keep it on here. It came for the boat, and it's going to leave with the boat. So, got a little weather station. Got a light for at night. Binoculars. First aid kit. Horns. Air and electric. All the different bilge pumps. This boat's got a lot of stuff on it. That's still good. All the fire extinguishers are good. Look out on the back deck. The TV works, but I haven't messed with it for a long time. You have a little closet back here. Back deck is probably the only place I haven't touched up, and I should really do that. A couple little places here needs touched up. This is the hoist for bringing up that monkey rudder in the back. The yellow one down there. That lifts that up if you're in cold weather and possible freeze. I want to lift that up out of the way. Makes a big difference. I had those two of them ruined because of ice before. So we have speakers out here. Of course the chairs and stuff all go with it. Alright, we'll head out and get down the outside steps. There's 3 doors in this upper area, so you got a lot of ways in and out. This I'll show you from downstairs. That is so the person who's going to throw the lines on when you go through the locks can attach it here. Before we had to do it from downstairs and I couldn't see what was going on, so Connie can work up here, or the next owner can work up here, tie off on this, throw the loop on, and work their way through the locks. So that's pretty convenient. Worked out real well for us. Alright, that's the outside steps. I used to have spiral steps going up this center post, but old Brian Wilson, who was a big help with me on this boat in the design, couldn't get up those spirals, so I made those for him. He couldn't make it up those either, but he was here to christen the boat. Alright, walk back to the engine room. Of course, these are all air intakes. Engine room, we got a 3500 Champion generator. We're doubled up on the batteries. That's a switch for turning the batteries on so you can start it up. This is a switch for water. I wanted that out of the way. This, I put back, take on and off. Take it off when we're firing it up, put it back on when we're done. That just keeps those batteries topped off. There's a little solar panel outside here. It takes care of those. That's really convenient too. This is the electrical. I've got some of it marked, some of it's not. This is the day tank. I fill that up with this pump down here. That allows me to keep this tank full, and then I've got a little sight hose here. Steve Moore gave that to me. That's his contribution to the Morning Glory. So he can tell everybody he helped me build it, which is good. But anyway, this tells you how many volts you got on your batteries. Usually runs about 14 or better. Doesn't take long to charge back up. There's a little 4BT Cummins diesel, 400 turbo hydromatic transmission. Automatic, works fantastic. This door allows you to open up and get full access to this side of the gears. This is the gear box, a 30-to-1 ratio. Gary Morton designed that. I bought the plans off of him and built it, put it together. Works great. I like the mechanical part of it. This, like up front, is just full of odds and ends and stuff that you need when you're underway. Jumper cables. This box is full of tools. If you happen to have a problem, extension cords. Little workstation area, which I like that. That really helped out a lot. These are 2 pumps for keeping the transmission and the water in the engine cool, but I don't need them very often because I use these little, you see a little thing there, that picks up water and throws it into here, which cools. Seems to do an excellent work. If you're up against a bank somewhere and you're not able to keep this turning, you can drop these 2 hoses in the water, and that's what those 2 little motors are for inside. So if you can't keep it turning. But anyway, there's that monkey rudder that I built. I had standard 2 monkey rudders on there before, but like I said, the ice tore them up. So I built that one. It's a big one, but it really does make a difference in the turns. Works fantastic. I love it. Of course, the flagpole, that's the crank for it, to crank it up in the wintertime if you want it out of the way. This is a folding door. Made that so I could have a full-size door opening, and I was able to collapse it back. And of course, this is the back spuds. That's the one that Connie uses here in the back. She takes care of those 2, or did take care of those 2. I take care of the front 2 up in the wheelhouse. We've got electrical connectors, depending on what kind of connection you have at wherever you're staying. This is the pole that I was telling you about for upstairs, but when you're going through, there's this red pole right there, piece of angle. You put from this up to here, and then that supports everything when you're going through locks. So if you're doing a lot of lock through, you put that on, and that allows you to work upstairs. This gaff was given to me by a friend, and it's going to go with the boat. You have axe, rope axe. This is where the water goes in when you're filling your water up. Let's see, what else? Go inside again. This is a brand new water heater. That's propane, instant on. It gets really hot. I just put that on. It works fantastic. The last one we had was electric instant on, and it just didn't have enough power to keep the water hot. 3-burner propane stove. Connie didn't want an oven. She didn't want to cook on the boat. Don't blame her for that. Microwave, coffee pot. This is all the electrical. This is a zinc saver. That's a special one there. Anybody knows boats knows what that's for. This is all the electrical. So you turn the solar power on here. Then you can adjust it to solar power or shore or generator power. These switches are just switches I put in and didn't end up using them. So basically it's these two banks here and this. The shower, to get to the shower, there's a panel right here that you can take out, get to the shower. Of course, some of the speakers are speakers all over the boat. Medium-sized refrigerator. This couch folds out and makes a bed for two. This is compartment number 3. Compartment number 4 is back underneath the engine. Compartment number 2 is right underneath of this. And compartment number 1 is out front. It's right there. That's an air intake. So you've seen just about everything. It's just something I wanted to do for my own, to remember the boat by. I'm going to miss it, but I'm going to stay busy doing some other things. I've got another plan underway. Maybe a small tugboat if I ever get some other things done. This is the last of the Morning Glory. Hope she rides well. Hope she gives them a lot of fun.